Good morning, everyone, and thank you guys for joining us today. We're very excited about having you here and talking about some great things that we're doing here at DeepTarget and some great things that all of our customers are doing out there in the world. I want to introduce, as usual, Robert Stanfield.
Hello, good morning.
Hey, Robert, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Excellent, excellent. And Helen Triplett.
Hi, everybody.
Good morning.
Have a good day.
Good. And so we have some other characters that are going to join us in a few minutes as we go forward. So let's go ahead and get started. I want to remind everybody you can chat to us if you'd like to ask a question, and we'll be checking that from time to time, okay? Great, so what we're going to cover today is we're going to talk about a little bit about DeepTarget for just a second. I want to show you some metrics I think that you'll be pleased to see, as well as we had a release earlier this month. We're hoping many of you saw our release notes. We're going to talk about those. Then we're going to go back into those industry trends for a few moments. And then we're going to do a case study. So we're real happy to talk about some things that Hidden River is doing. And we talked about them last month, but they've been just doing fantastic. So we'll share that. And then, of course, Robert, who do we have next?
Ad of the month and superstar.
That's right.
Woo.
So we're really excited about our two winners today, and we'll share some of their stories here in just a moment. Okay, so first of all, I just wanted to show you guys this. These are our numbers. It's a pretty interesting set of numbers that we're really excited about. As you all know, we keep up with a performance metric across all of our customers. And so we maintain a performance rating report for everyone, and that 92% of our customers are very successful. So we're real excited about that. And in the month of October, 35 million ads were actually viewed by users, and 1.2 million unique users logged in to your systems and saw ads by DeepTarget. And then finally, 25,000 unique clicks were generated just in the month of October, which is absolutely phenomenal. So we're real excited about it, and you guys can reach out to us to understand exactly where you are performing in that list. But we hope you see that inside of the dashboard. So
that's awesome.
That's fantastic. We're really excited.
25 clicks in 1 month.
25,000 unique clicks in 1 month. So fantastic. Great work to everybody. Okay, so on to some really great stuff. So I want to introduce Jake.
Hey, everybody.
And many of you guys may know Jake. Jake's one of our awesome dev guys and awesome support guys. And Sagar's here with us.
Hey, everyone.
And Sagar's one of our awesome. So we actually acronym AD and ADS. And anyway, so and they're going to talk about some of the new capabilities that we have just released. Part of that is our new email channel integration capability, and then our website integration. And then Helen wants to show off some of our great new banner and image library images. Okay, so Jake, over to you, big. I'm sorry, I did that last time. Sorry. Sagar, over to you. Talk about our email capability.
David. So, good morning, everyone. Once again, thanks for joining us. And we're really excited about this new email channel that we released in November.
That's right.
And it's a new channel that you guys can leverage and talk to us about more. If you want to know any more details, we're definitely here to help you out on this session as well. But just to give you a little idea of what this email channel is about, so the DeepTarget email channel allows you to put display ads into your emails that you send to the members. Mm-hmm. Now, the really great thing about this is that you can utilize any of the email marketing tools that you currently use and insert DeepTarget banners in them. And these banners are going to be targeted for your members, just like you have banners running on your online and mobile banking channels, which are targeted for your members.
Exactly.
So that's the really cool feature about this DeepTarget email channel. Now let's look at how you can make use of it and what you need to do in order to make use of it. So, So the first thing is that when you integrate with us on the DeepTarget email channel, you will automatically see a new email tab on all the campaigns that you create in DeepTarget. And each of those campaigns, you can, it's the same interface, use the same banner editor, you can make use of that and upload your own images, or you can make use of our DeepTarget image library to upload your banners, create your banners, and make them as fancy as you want them. And once you've created all the campaigns, the next step is to create the email itself in your email marketing tool that you currently use, and we will provide you with a URL, that a simple link that you can insert in the HTML body of your email.
They'll need to insert a bit of code that we call a code snippet inside of their email, if you will, their email template.
Exactly.
In either MailChimp or Constant Contact or what have you, right? Right.
And that piece of code is going to help your members see the banners that they're targeted for. So the banners that they will see will be pulled automatically from their stack.
Right.
And as a result, they're going to be targeted and relevant for your members.
Right. So we just created that. So many of you should have seen an email just recently that announced this webinar, and it was direct to all of you guys. And at the bottom of it, we actually inserted a personalized ad related to our digital marketing health check.
Yes. And you can, as you can see, you can personalize these banners with the first name, and that's going to give a really good, interesting look to your banners as well.
That's right. So depending on where you place that code snippet in your email template, that ad will show up. And certainly we suggest you test that.
Right.
And Robert?
Yeah, I think one cool use for this is you all send out e-statements every month. So because this integration is so easy, we could integrate with the e-statement provider that you use, and then every time you send out an e-statement, you can send the best targeted ad to them as well.
Right. And in addition to that, if you guys do newsletters today, which probably many of you do, I know many of you do, wouldn't it also be nice to have a little personalized ad show up relevant to what they're looking for? So an added capability. Okay.
And another really awesome feature about this is that you can insert specific campaign ads into the email that you're sending out, or you can also insert ads specific to a category itself, like credit card. So if you have an email that you're sending out only relevant to the credit card information, then you can have a credit card banner that is relevant to that member. That way, it allows you more flexibility, and the offer that you're showing the member is really targeted for that member.
Great. And so, since this is a new capability of ours, I want you guys to think a little bit forward. We've talked about HTML5. HTML5 allows you to do some more engagement capabilities with your members. So while they're reading their email, if your ad is then also running a video, that can be incredibly engaging. Okay, so let's talk about that some more. Thanks, Sagar. Anything else to add?
My pleasure.
All right, good job, Sagar. Thank you. All right, so next we have Jake to talk about our web capability, which actually comes free with a product, right, Jake?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, David, and congratulations, Sagar. That was awesome.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm gonna be talking about the web channel thing that we just added. It's super cool. It's pretty flexible. Now I do want to say that it is not focused on targeting as much, but what's awesome about it is that you can still get impression and click statistics on it, and you can just put this on arbitrary web pages. So if you have, an external facing website, you have ads on there. A lot of you guys have ads just on your homepage for your institution. Those can just be DeepTarget ads, and then boom, now you're managing all of those ads in one place.
Right.
Like David said, it comes free now, so you guys probably, some of you have noticed, if you go into your ad settings on a given campaign, you'll have a web tab now, and so you can just create ads, much like the email channel. It's just a little code snippet that we have to give to you. You might have to talk to IT just to get it put in there, but yeah, it's a single line of code, not complicated. And then boom, you can just have whatever ads you want. It's important to note that with OLB and mobile, we have a lot of sizing recommendations, but the web channel is actually flexible on that as well. So you can specify any size you want. And so I would recommend personally, you're already doing ads for OLB, so you might consider just using the same size, so you can so you can just kind of swap those assets in and out, or if you decide to use this on your homepage, you've already got ad banners that you've made for your homepage, you can just use those. Like the email channel capabilities, it's got the same ad creation functionality that the other channels have. So you can upload a banner, you can create one through the banner editor, you can use the banner library. So all that is available to you, super easy to use and everything. So yeah, and yeah, like I said earlier, one sort of caveat to the email channel is that right now we're not going to be able to pull in view and click statistics. That's coming. That's something we're really excited about and focused on. But on the web channel, that's already there. So we can actually tell, even though people haven't logged in, we can actually tell that they are different people. Right. And so we can still tell how many people are viewing these and clicking on them, and that sort of thing. So you can get reports on it as well. And I think the next
I'm going to show you. So before you say that, so on our website, just so that you know, we've integrated this ad directly into our website. So just like we had done with the email channel, just to show our the use of our capability. If you scroll down a little bit on our website, this is the same ad that has been generated by our internal capability. So just a few minutes for us to set up with an existing ad. So just like Jake was saying, you will see a new set of capability here on your compare campaign category report. Right.
So if you see here, there's a third column. You have to have the compare channels checked in order to see the web channel broken out. Otherwise, it'll probably look like it always looks to you guys if you don't use that, just because it's going to sum them all together. But the compare channels button probably is going to say 0 for you right now. But as soon as you add ads and start getting those impressions, it'll start ticking up.
So every one of you guys that is currently, when you open up compare campaign categories, and if you clicked on this compare channels, if you're just an OOB customer today, you'll actually have 2 channels show up. One will be OOB and one will be web, and it will probably be 0 now if you're new to the web capability. But when you add them, then the impressions will show up here and the clicks down below. So we are working to integrate, remember, to make that whole command center for DeepTarget to monitor all your digital channels. So,
and how much does this feature cost?
This feature? This feature to put ads on any web page that you want using any of your banners to actually collect the impressions and clicks?
How much is it?
Free.
Oh,
absolutely
man,
free.
Great. Wow.
Okay, great. Thank you, Robert,
for
pointing that
Christmas
out.
present.
Thank you. Okay, great. Okay, and I think I saw some chat on that, so we'll check into that in just a second, okay? All right, and then we have some great new added somethings, right, Helen?
That's right. We're adding target application. Many of you use DeepTarget to create your banners, or even if you're creating your banners externally and uploading them, you can also add images from our image library. And in this last release, we've added about, 30 to 50 new images here, and we're trying to put in a lot more people. So to get to those images, you're going to go into your banner settings and go into the image settings section. And when you select that, go down to people or concepts or holidays. Those are where they've been categorized. And you're going to have to scroll to the end because the new ones are at the end. And you can select any of those. So periodically, we're trying to update and put some new ones out there each month. So have at it. There's some nice looking banners out there.
That's exactly right. And so this dovetails into our generational targeting, which we know, which you guys should know by now, that we're hyping a whole lot because of its optimization. But also, remember that DeepTarget is real time. So if, say, your chief marketing officer runs into your office and goes, oh my gosh, we got to start this promo right away, and you don't want to wait however long the creative team might take to put that ad together, you can jump out there, create an ad, and launch it with some of our great imagery already that you can go ahead and have an impact.
That's right. And in keeping with the generational theme, a lot of these new images have people from all different generations in there. So that's what, that's our goal, to increase that each month.
Exactly.
And another thing, not only do we have images, we've added some new backgrounds. We're calling those kind of banner themes, and you'll see these that David's pointing to here at the bottom. They're all the same look, but they have different colors. So every month or so, we're going to be adding new themes and some different backgrounds with different kind of colors of the same thing. So, you might want to choose, as your credit union or your bank, just kind of a logo or something like that, just as your background. And maybe at Christmas, you might want to use the red and green one, and and for a birthday one, you might want to use the pink and yellow one or something like that. So you can use the same kind of background, but just have different colors throughout the year.
Is that pink and yellow?
Magenta.
Oh, and yellow?
Yellow.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I think sometimes I'm color challenged. Okay. Fantastic. Well, thank you, Helen.
But one thing, and
yeah.
to get to those, that's where you go to your not the image library, but you're going to go to your banner library there. So when you go to the little library books, that's where you're going to go choose those, and those are in backgrounds. So.
That's correct. Okay. And Helen, before you leave, so Helen's team is all about the new release. So this occurred November 13th. Again, we hope you saw the release notes, because there's quite a few other capabilities going on that we've added to the product that we're very excited about. And we're actually doing a whole lot of security enhancements too. I just want to make sure that you are always aware that we are top of mind on security and maintaining security of the data at all times. So we're implementing more and more capabilities there. You're welcome to reach out to us if you'd like to hear what those are. And then we are on track for our next roll. So just in the past few weeks, I've gotten a whole bunch of new, really great requirements that have shown up from you guys as a part of our review meetings. So we want those to keep coming in as you have ideas or capabilities or integrations. Robert talked about integrating with eStatement. Who is that? And so forth. And we're just having we've just got a great new set of capabilities planned and coming, but we want to stay on top of what you guys feel like you need. Okay? All right. Great. Thank you, Helen.
Everybody.
Thanks, everybody. Don't go away, Helen. Don't go far.
No.
Okay. And I just want to remind everybody, we do have this free digital marketing health check program out here. And this is more of an educational type program. It is ends up being a survey, if you will, where you fill out a pretty extensive survey to understand or to lay out your digital marketing approach. And then we internally here take it and make a review of it and come back and suggest perhaps some optimization. Now, what's really great about this is we actually learn from you guys as we do this health check, as well as you learn from us. So it's a win-win on both sides. So we're really excited about that. So consider taking that. Again, it's in your email, it's on our website, or just let us know you'd like to take that and we'll set you up, okay? All right, excellent. All right, so we're gonna talk about some financial industry trends just for a minute. And this is, I talked about it last week, but I just wanted to repeat it again. This is Carolyn Hsu, who's the VP of the Global Digital Customer Marketing Group at The Gap. And this is relevant across all consuming industries, just like yours. At the end of the day, make it easier for our customers. I'm just going to reiterate, make it easier for our customers. We want to be in channels they want to be communicated in, where they want to buy, where the discovery of products takes place, ideally in a real time with targeted relevant messaging. So that's the theme. We're going to talk about 2018 more here in a minute, but real-time targeted relevant messaging. So just keep thinking about that, because that's what DeepTarget is all about. So in this one in particular, impactful digital marketing trends for 2018. This is out in August. So there are a bunch of new 2018 trends coming out. I'm going to show you one in a second that I think is very important. The reason I leave this one in, it's these 5 areas: video, think HTML5, native advertisements that are resident on the screen, that they don't become aggressive or pop up, content, smarter advertising with big data, meaning intelligent digital marketing, and then fostering that community, creating that engaged community, almost like all of you guys actually do, creating a family based on your customers, right? Okay, so this is an article that just came out, and we follow HubSpot very closely because of their content management capabilities, and it's talking about the 8 digital marketing trends set to expire. And this is a perspective that I actually like, because we're seeing an evolution going on in digital marketing. We've talked about, and everybody's heard about, drip campaigns, ebooks, the quantity of touches that need to come, and perhaps the funnel that you move your leads through, and the automation that comes behind marketing, and so forth. This takes a different tact, takes a look at all of them and how could they be done better and should be done better. So I'm going to implore that you guys take a look at this, and we're going to have some comments on it to start with. And the very first one is, I just want to point out, each one of these stages has a fix it noted underneath it, and related to the drip campaigns via email, it says the way to fix the drip campaigns of today are to actually send targeted emails personalized with relevant content based on demographics, online behavior, and recent engagement level. So it's getting closer. I'll talk about that in a second. So Robert, I know you had some insight as well. Tell me what you've been thinking about,
Yeah, so that's very true, and something that, I would recommend to go to the link. There's also an article you can download and read through. It's kind of like an ebook, but I'm sure they won't call it an ebook because they say that that's going to expire in 2018.
Yeah, right,
but something interesting that we're doing here as well is instead of those ebooks, it's interesting to send your members or customers to somewhere where they can take a quiz, perform a survey, an interactive landing page, some kind of fun video, like we saw in the last slide as well. Another point too.
And before you go on, think gamification. So we've talked about that in the past. I'm going to challenge you guys to put together, when we release HTML5, one of my challenges internal is create a game inside of that ad, because we've seen the statistics that people will engage up to 3 minutes in an ad if they're playing a game. So the challenge is out. All right. So great. So Robert.
Yeah. So and I think it's interesting with the drip campaigns, in parentheses you can see there, with no personalization. So those drip campaigns will continue to be important, but you need to be very careful that you're pulling in as much personalization into those emails that you're following up with. The text-based SEO goes back to that gamification, videos, images. Instead of just optimizing your website with particular text information, it's important to bring them in and engage them after they click to come to your website. So that's very important. And then quantity instead of quality. We keep going back to personalization, and that's what becomes very important, especially with your blog post or the way that you're trying to educate your members, is just focusing on one subject matter in a blog post, and then driving leads to a gated piece of content or supporting a recent campaign. So you want it all to be interrelated. So if you're writing a blog post, relate it to something you're doing internally as well.
That's right. That's right. And so our recommendation for 2018 right now is to be more focused in your campaigns, be very relevant, more personalized, and effortless in consumption. So that last one is really key. If when they click, if they don't go right to what they're intending to see, view, buy, they will drop out immediately and have a little negative feeling about, I wasted my time. Okay, so a lot of great capabilities here to make this all happen. So digital personalization is key, and to keeping and retaining your members and customers. And so just as a reminder, this is a stat on what happens with your existing customer base. If one of your customers, your members, only has one product, you're likely to lose them. 50% chance you're going to lose them in the next 12 months. 2 products, less, 3 products, and 4. And I know all of you guys know that, but cross-selling is such a key environment today to make sure that you continue to service your customers, as we all say, okay? All right, excellent. So this is just a reminder of the science and art that go behind digital marketing, and the fact that we're spending quite a bit of time on this and focusing on these 6 different areas between from targeting to frequency to timing to that graphic visual underneath. So all of this is tying in together, and the top 2 again are that graphic visual and that promotional offer. That's what everyone is keying in on, getting their capturing their attention with the graphic, so that then they'll read that promotional offer. The human mind wants to see a visual first and then read. And so, and both of those have to be spot on. And they may not be spot on the first time, which comes back to frequency, which is why there's too little frequency. The attention is actually achieved, or we did achieve attention and we are not interested. So again, internally, we're looking at, from that perspective, if there is no interest by the time they've seen it 7+ times, detargeting automatically. So as a reminder, we're doing all this internal R&D here inside of DeepTarget so that you can just set your campaigns up and let them go, and it will be the automated system that does all the follow-up, right?
Yep.
Okay, very good. So this is continuing to happen, and central to that whole thing is our generational approach. And I'll speak to that. I'll speak to the other side of that in just a minute, because many of you may not be implementing a generational approach in your targeting and your overall your campaign strategy. But that's okay too, because if there's anything that we've found here, is that as soon as we define something optimal and go and study it, we find something that was completely opposite was just as successful. So you never know with human behavior, and that's up to you guys. That's why there's so much art in what you guys do as marketing professionals, okay? But if you do go generational, for instance, like this week, being on the phone with several customers doing review meetings, we can do this. We can actually share with you across all of your member base, who are your Gen Zs, who are your millennials, who are your Gen X, boomers, total numbers, and actual people themselves, so that you can get an understanding of what your customer base, and many of you know this, right, Robert?
Yeah.
Many of you already know this with output for your MCIF, but I think we've encapsulated it into a nice report format that makes it actionable from the very beginning. And then you need to understand your OLB and your mobile content as well. So Sagar spent a lot of time on this, right, Sagar?
Yep, that's right.
And so we're real excited about that. So then we can take those numbers and tell you across all of your customers or members, you have 5 Gen Z auto loans out there, and you have 1,200 millennial auto loans and 2,900 Gen X. So you can see that mix, consumer loan, credit card, saving, checking, all across the board. And then we've devised, and this is not unknown in the marketing world, you look at the holes in your makeup, and so you target them, and you look at the net promoters, those that are the larger numbers, the ones that are very happy with your product, and target them. So again, you can request today a generational report from us, and we're happy to share that with you so that you can better generationally support your targeting, okay? And then this goes right back to Helen talking about all the images that we've got coming, right, Helen?
That's right.
So she's excited about it, and we're getting more and more excited every day as we see how you guys are using these images and this targeting to get so much better. Right, Robert?
That's right.
Yeah.
I understand.
And I'm sure, Sagar?
Yep.
Jake, you're getting inundated with requests for rules related to generational targeting.
That is correct.
And that's super exciting. So we have actually revamping the whole implementation approach to have a whole new campaign strategy with our framework based on generational targeting. So we're very excited about that. So that looks like this. So yes, you might go, oh man, goodness, that looks complicated.
It looks scary.
Well, but that's what exists.
Okay.
I mean, you know that you have all of these product lines and these services that you need to promote, and at any point in time, either 4 or 5 of them are a priority. So you need to be able to understand what is your strategy across those. And wouldn't it be great to supply some metrics behind that so that you could feel validated that, hey, we are doing everything we can do to target our audience. So that's fantastic. So I'm real excited to, as I said earlier, we have seen so many of our customers actually start implementing this, and one of those is Julia Fisher. She's a marketing coordinator extraordinaire. I added that term, she didn't, but at Hidden River, but she's doing fantastic set of work up there. And I want to show you again, we talked about it last month, but I just couldn't help but dive into it just a little bit more. We talked about it last month with her results. I wanted another month of results to take a peek at it as well. So we met with Julia back about 3 months ago, and we talked about the generational approach. She had implemented it to a degree, but really took on our generational segmentation, and then focused on auto loans initially. And because she'll tell you that the auto loan results she was getting were not as good as she'd hoped for. And that's a priority, I think, for most everybody coming into Q4, is auto loans are a primary opportunity. So she went in and created an auto loan all user campaign, and then she created 4 gen targeted campaigns at this level. And this is what she came up with. So she's both OLB and mobile, and she created, just like I said, at this bottom level, you'll see this is an auto loan good times roll. It is targeted, but it's targeted greater than 20 years old. And this is the mobile side, auto loan good times roll, and it's an all user. And then each one is segmented by generation and targeted by rule so that they do not have the auto loan, and they also have that age limit. Okay. So first of all, she created the all user campaign. So both in online banking and in mobile. So great looking ad, great looking tagline, great group promotion. The graphic is very enticing, in fact, and just great look and feel all the way across. And even to the point where there's a free tank of gas possibility and win $1,000. Millennials get excited about that.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Yeah, I mean, today, that's right. Jake, that excites you, right?
Oh, yeah,
Very
absolutely.
good. And then each generation. So just keep, here's a great looking generational ad for Gen Z. And Julia, again, researched and found that these 3 words are highly engaging words for that generation. So a vehicle is freedom, fun, adventure. Now, I don't think we have any Gen Zs in the room, so those may not resonate. But we have a few millennials in the room, and the next ad says a vehicle is convenient, affordable, and customizable. So
I like custom.
yeah, that's right. You and your custom wheels, I'm sure. Okay, excellent. And then Gen X, great looking image as well, adaptable, long lasting, and practical. Is that a Gen X? We have a Gen X in the room that says yeah? Yeah, okay, excellent. And then baby boomers. I can speak to this one. Rewarding, luxurious, and meaningful. I love those words. What a great result. So how's she done? Anybody guess?
Bet pretty good.
Awesome.
Awesome. In fact, prior to implementing that, she got only 14 clicks with her previous campaigns, and then the current month, she has 85 clicks, a 6-time increase overall. And let's take a look at the numbers here on the right. So online banking, so if we ignored the mobile and just looked at online banking, 1,800 unique impressions, 10 clicks. That still is outrageous, is that not?
That's really good.
It is. Remember, the industry metric says if you get 1 click in 2,000 views, you're doing great. She got 10 in less than 2,000. She got 10 times the industry average just from this. And now look at mobile. Is that outrageous or what? How come? Why is the result there so astronomical? Sagar, do you have any idea?
It's the frequency of the ads that they see on the mobile.
It's the frequency of ads. That's exactly right. So remember, as you may know, in online banking, most people are only logging in 4 to 6 times a month and seeing maybe 4 to 6 ads for online banking. For mobile, logging in 4 to 6 times a week, seeing 4 to 6 times. So ads. So 4 times, but even that number. So the only thing that I can say is that Julia's creation of the ads, the creativity behind her ads, has made that more significant. So rather than just, if you will, a 4-fold increase up to 40, she got almost 8 times the results on mobile. So big round of applause for Julia. And we thank Julia for allowing us to share that result. So again, let me just summarize, as I did last time. Generational targeting focus does produce optimal results. However, just as many case studies we've seen successful gen targeting, we've seen success come from other methods because, as you guys understand your own demographic of customers or members, they're going to react differently to ads and timing and age groups and so forth. And so it's up to you guys to do that. We're just going to suggest and recommend the generational approach, and then you guys fine-tune it with your markets. Highly suggest beginning with those campaign-level category campaigns, and both the graphic and that promotional offer are so key. So we tend to forget that, having a compelling promotional offer, which all of you guys do have. It's just making sure it's prevalent and present for those that it's relevant to. Okay, excellent. All right, and I have to throw this in because it's so important that marketing follow through all the way from lead capture to lead follow-up to closing on that. And as you know, and what have we talked about, and best practice is if you're not today, you should be meeting with lending every week. And many of our customers are meeting with lending every day and hitting this export button and dropping out all of these leads that have happened in the last 7 days. So setting your dates back to just 7 days on this compare campaign category report and executing this export button and getting this report. So powerful, right, Robert?
It's so powerful. And keep in mind too that we can add in things to this report to make it easier for you on following up on those leads and getting those out.
That's exactly right. In fact, to do our research, we're adding the age of each of these members to this report, so we can do that segmenting by generation, and we can add that to your reports as well to help you do that. So all of this is coming together quite nicely. So I'll just, a big shout out to Shanari Hale, who we talked to this week at Healthcare Systems Federal Credit Union. Shanari said, well, Dave, if you guys can export this, why can't you automate this for me so that I can have this executed to lending each week or each day? And so Helen?
Yeah, we've had multiple requests for that, and that's going to be my top
requirement coming out our next release. So yeah, so, way to go, Shanari and everybody. So we're going to make this more automated. So we're going to accelerate that lead to close, which provides so much more value. Okay, so the last 2 things we want to do today is we want to celebrate the ad of the month and the digital marketing superstar of the month. So first of all, the ad of the month is Class Act. Way to go, Class Act. Class Act is in Louisville, almost $200 million asset size Federal Credit Union, total members almost 19,000. What a great set of ads. So we actually gave them congratulations on 2 different ads. Both Pat and Ryan have put together a great set of ads, both for holiday loans and for Skip a Pay. And so I'm just unbelievably, and I've got a typo here, 139 clicks in 1 month. This is 1 month on this mobile ad, 18 clicks in 1 week. So this campaign has only been live 1 week. Astronomical results. Great looking ad. Doesn't it make you want to just click and dive into a hot chocolate?
Yeah.
And for the mobile generation, the little emojis here, I'll say, make it fun for them to skip a pay, so I can actually do Christmas and jump over this little guy here jumping over the payment and get my money. That's right, Robert. He had a feeling for it. So great job to Pat and Ryan one more time. All right, in the moment we've been waiting for is the out of the month, the digital marketing superstar is One Gas. Over 300 million assets, 26,000 members. Oh my gosh, congratulations Teresa and Christine. Their numbers are through the roof. It just, as you know, we track based on how many users it takes you to get one click. So between their online banking and their mobile channel, 23 online banking users gets them a click, 17 on mobile gets them that combined number. Absolutely phenomenal. Look at this, and then what are you talking about? Look at the number of leads. That is unbelievable. So we are so excited with One Gas. They went live with us both, OLB and mobile, just about 3 months ago, and because of being live on both channels, they've optimized reaching out and engaging with their members. I can't, it's just an incredible win-win. Helen, do you have a comment to say?
I have a comment about the Wanna Gas team and the Class Act team, because they're very interactive. They use targeting a lot.
That's right.
We get a lot of rule requests for them, and so there's a lot of interaction and there's a lot of going on. We can see that there's a lot of activity going on. And we just want, from the sport team, we just want to say that, we appreciate that, and really happy that you guys are getting the most out of the system.
That's exactly right. And I just want to say that, so they've been active, and we love the activity, but you don't have to be that active because we're such an automated system. You can set up, go watch, and just check in every week for the leads, but every month for how the trending of your actual campaigns are going. So everybody, just a thanks again to Hidden River, Class Act, and One Gas. Great work. I'm proud of what you guys are doing. Thank you guys for being here. I want you guys to reach out to us if you need us for anything, and let us know if there's a review meeting you'd like to set up with us. I'm sorry, Sagar's pointing out. Let's check that chat button real quick.
Evelina had it.
Evelina is asking about viewing clicks for the email channel. So those are actually I'm sorry.
Jake touched on that.
Yeah.
Well, we're looking into it. Hopefully by the next release.
By the next release, hopefully. Evelina. So great. Okay. Well, thanks everybody for joining us today. We'll have the recording and these slides out to you shortly. Thanks for all you do. And if we don't, we won't talk. Well, we'll talk again in December. But you guys have a great ending month of November. Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.